How you doing? Good. Yeah. Been a while.
Yeah, a little bit.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
You?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting
Get
better
all
than
this
this,
stuff,
right?
get going, and
Yeah.
get ready to play.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get going with Oklahoma State. We're joined by Coach Kenny Gajewski, athletes Kelly Maxwell, Cheyenne Factor, and Rachel Becker. Reminder, please silence your cell phones and give your name and affiliation when asking a question. Kenny, you may want to give an opening statement if you have one. Or
Yeah, obviously excited to be back here for the fourth year in a row, and this team is in a really good place. We've been through all kinds of fun stuff the whole year, and like where they're at, and looking forward to tomorrow night at 6. That's all this team is focused on, and I expect we'll play well.
open it to questions now. Good. Jenny in the middle, right?
Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman. For Kelly and for Kenny, you guys having now been here for the fourth year, I'm curious what you feel like the carryover is as far as experience and just knowledge of what this is all about and how you think that could impact what you guys do this week.
Go ahead, Kel.
I think just being grateful for every single time. It's hard to get here, and credit to all the teams that are here. But I think just our experience, me, Shai, Kylie, all those that have been here from the very first time, just to be able to use that and help these kids that haven't been here.
Yeah, I think it's obviously tougher to get back, it feels like. But once we've been here, it's felt very normal. It feels like what we ought to be doing. Feels like what we talk about and work for and work to. This is kind of what we talk about when we practice, and we're talking about communication, and I'm telling them that, hey, we're going to be in OKC, and you can't communicate like this. You have to communicate a different way because we're going to be there, and 13,000 fans make it hard. So this is what you've got to do. So that kind of stuff is just the way we communicate at practice, and we talk, and getting here and getting checked in is just feels like another, honestly, just feels like another road trip.
Sure. We'll go to Scott on the back left row.
Scott Wright with the Oklahoman. Kenny, for you, first of all, I'm curious your thoughts on playing a team that you're very familiar with here as opposed to someone that you don't know all that well. And then for Cheyenne after that, what are your memories from the 2019 Super Regional down in Tallahassee?
I think for us, playing Florida State is kind of an interesting deal. Obviously, we played them 3 times this year. We played them 2 or 3 times last year and the year before. Know them well. They know us well. Honestly, I haven't even really thought about it. I've watched some video, and I just want to turn it off. I feel like I already know what they are and who they are. They're obviously a little bit different than what they were when we played them in, April. But they're really good, well coached, got a lot of respect for what they've done and the way that Lonnie's done it. I got to kind of watch her get it started when I was at Florida. And so I think we've gone through those same growing pains. So it's kind of cool. And I've talked to her a lot over the years about our program and their program. And so it's been fun.
Yeah, probably looking back on my time here, that's probably been my best memory so far. I mean, I think we were the 13th seed going into the defending national champ, and just being able to come out of that and then see where we've gone from there, I think it's cool.
Go to Eric on the front row left here.
This question is for the players. Do you have any memories growing up of watching this event at this venue while you were in high school, maybe a little younger? And what's it like being role models for a younger generation of softball players that are growing up and kind of idolizing you like you may have idolized players growing up?
I remember at a young age, I watched Danielle Laurie play for Washington, and I think she kind of sparked my fire of wanting to be a pitcher. And then I think that's why we play this game, is for those little girls to dream big. We want to showcase our hard work and dedication and put on a show for those girls.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up like 20 minutes from here, played here a lot at summer ball, came to a lot of the World Series, so I think it's cool that I get to be here now and watch the younger girls want to do it too.
Yeah, honestly, I remember watching it on TV when I was really young and just thinking how cool of an experience that would be. And, you know, I think it just shows that if you really work hard and are consistent, anybody can end up here if that's what you really want. So I think it's just really cool.
Joe, middle right.
Joe Masato, the Oklahoman. Kenny, just a bigger picture question. Pace of play has been a big topic of conversation. Do you see that as an issue at all? And are there any changes that you would like to see made?
I mean, I think it's somewhat of a problem because I know that we don't want to lose the support that we have from TV. So I think we do have some issues for sure. I think it can be fixed too. I'm watching baseball and what they've done, and it's fixed that. It's completely. I mean, if Major League Baseball is being played at a lesser pace than us, then we've got issues. So I think we can get it fixed though, and I think most everybody would probably agree. I don't know. I don't really talk to everybody about that stuff, but the beauty of this game is how fast it's played, and in this day and age with attention span and cell phones and all that, 2:15 would be an ideal time.
Should we go to Eli in the middle left here?
Eli Letterman, Tulsa World. Kenny, keeping with the big picture, this game, this sport, this event has all changed since you took over at OSU. If I asked you what that next thing that the sport has to do to keep moving forward, to improve upon, what might that be? Maybe it is pace of play or something like that.
Good question. I don't know. I think just continuing to showcase these kids, the female athlete. I think that's something that's really caught on here, and I think it's I don't necessarily think it's caught on in every sport, but it's caught on here. So we've got to capture that and be the leaders in what that looks like, and how we can help other sports and draw more young girls to our sport. But you know, I just think we need Oklahoma City to keep improving the things that they can, just to continue to make this event. We need people to support it. We need our state here to you know, to be able to do whatever it takes to keep it here. I think it's an amazing place, but it takes money and effort and resources like that, and you know, that would be my thing. Just how can we keep making this event so more people can get here, more parking, more whatever. To me, that would be, you know, one of the important things.
And for the players, without putting any one of you on the spot, but all three of you, the game has changed even since you began your careers with NIL, with the portal, all of that. From a student-athlete experience, is there anything in the game of college softball you feel like could be better 5 years from now that would benefit the student-athletes like yourself?
I think Coach G hit them all.
All right, we'll go to Myron Patton, back row on the right.
Myron Patton, Fox 25. Kenny, you've been good. Obviously, it's the fourth year you've been here. But each year, I think your team's probably different personality, stuff like that. How have you built this team compared to, say, the first one? Transfer portal's part of now that wasn't 3 or 4 years ago. Just how have you built this team compared to what some of your earlier teams?
This one's been a little bit of a different journey. They all are, obviously. But with 12 newcomers, we just started from day one. We hired a program called The Program that came in here and put these girls in some stressful physical situations, some mental stress. And I can remember the day after the first 2 days of that. Well, it was 2 days. I can remember Lexi Kilfoyle and Megan Bloodworth were walking down our hallway, and I said, "Hey, you guys good?" You know, they're obviously new, and we kind of turned even our returners' worlds upside down for a couple days. And I said, "Are you guys good?" And they said, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, I just wanted to make sure that the first couple of days didn't scare you away." And they said, "Honestly, it was the best thing that we could have ever done because it forced us to get to know our teammates in the first week." And that's how we started. And then we've continued to do the same things that we've done, like go to Brokenbow in the fall and then to watch the show, the selection show. We haven't shied away from that stuff, but we've just kind of taken things as they come. It's kind of the way I work. I kind of let things evolve and then hammer out whatever issues that we may have. These guys will tell you that. If we got a problem, we just hit it head on and move forward. And so I think starting out with the program, that's how we've done that part of it, to build this group. We built this team out of, if you're asking me how we built it, we built it out of high school and the portal, if that's what you're asking. And we'll continue that same route. I have a hard time here convincing young high school kids that Stillwater is a cool place. It's really hard. I have a hard time with that. And instead of being upset at that, we've just embraced that. And we've figured out that we can grab some portal kids because they have a better idea of what they want and what's most important to them. And we become very attractive in that moment. And so we'll continue down that path. Hopefully the winning will keep attracting some younger kids, because I do want those kids to be here. I wish we could have had Rachel for 4 years. I wish we could have any of these kids who've come in here for 4 years, but the way the game is changing, and with NIL and everything that we've got, just going to jump right in and go and see where it takes us.
Okay. Go to Jenny in the middle on the right.
Rachel, this is your first Women's College World Series. I know you played here for the Big 12 tournament, but what's it been like? Have you had to try to keep emotions in check as this week's gone along? And then to any of the rest of you, to have somebody as veteran as Rachel, but to be going through this for the first time, I'm curious how that's impacted, you guys maybe have sort of a different experience through her eyes in a way.
Yeah, it's just been an amazing experience so far overall. Like with the events we've done and just knowing that when we come to the field tomorrow, there's just going to be a huge crowd. And I'm just so excited. And I can't think of a better way for me to kind of finish off my college career. And I'm so thankful that I have my teammates that have been here before to kind of, guide the younger girls, and someone like me who's never been here, and just make everyone feel more confident and comfortable going into it.
Yeah, I've caught myself kind of watching her a lot. Just the third out at against Oregon. We went and had a cool experience at Nike today, and to watch her, these guys have had it, so it's still awesome. But to see the young kids and then somebody like Rachel to get that, just the little things, and she's been so amazing at embracing everything from day one. She's just jumped right in here and said, "Tell me what you want. Tell me how you'd like me to be." And we don't tell her any of that stuff. We said, just be you. That's the best thing that we can tell you, is just be the best you, and everything will be great.
Okay, last question, back row left.
John Walker, Stillwater News Press. Kenny, I think you had talked about after the win over Oregon on Friday that every time you get to come down here, you just feel a different energy. What does that feel like when, on the other end of the spectrum from Rachel, somebody who's been here for 4 years now?
I mean, it gets bigger and bigger, and you drive in, and by our hotel, we have a couple of restaurants that we've gone to, and it's crazy. I think Shai was with me last night, or yesterday. We went to a place to eat lunch, and I sat down, and this older lady sat down next to me, and she started asking me some questions, and I was like, it was kind of cool. And then this mother and her daughter walked up, and I wanted to take pictures of all them, and it doesn't get old. I don't want it to stop. I love it. I mean, it's just cool to see how these people that support this event, it's cool to see how excited that they are about this, and how much they're invested, whether you're an OSU fan or not. It's really cool, and it feels good to be sitting here. Because I could be at home and not here, and I'm very appreciative of that. So I'll never complain about any of this kind of stuff, because this is really neat, and it's an experience that each year it just changes and gets better.
That'll wrap it up for Oklahoma State. Thank you to Kenny, Kelly, Cheyenne, and Rachel.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
buddy. We talked